So my delivery probably isn't the greatest. But welcome to the wacky world of Grandpa Rich. This is between 1970 and 73. This is what they call the Schloss, or the castle in Heidelberg, Germany. This is where I spent 3 years after Vietnam. So I lived here too for a while. A little town, a village called Sandhausen, which is south? South, I don't know, 5 or 6 miles, 10 miles south of Heidelberg. That's Heidelberg in the back, or you can see the mountains in the back there. Kind of give you an idea of the average thing. This is at my apartment. It's crazy shit. That was my first wife. Outside of my little apartment. Anyway, it's kids playing around where I lived at. Okay, this is on the Neckar Gamoon. This is the river that goes through Heidelberg. These are the ships that take tours on and stuff. Oh, there's a lot to see in Germany. A lot of castles and stuff. And this is down. It's kind of a grassy area we had down by the river, and we go down there. And this is from. I forgot. Probably in. I can't remember how I did that. That's Heidelberg itself. I'll show you some pictures later. The castle and all that is right over here on this side of the hill. The Neckar River's right here, and I'm going to show you some other pictures from over in here. I have pictures that fell out, so later on I'm going to show you something where the Bonnemanhoff gang blew up a car, and right there's about where the car blew up. Anyway, I think this is when I went over with the 101st. Jeez, sorry about that, folks. That's probably up in Bremen. This is down there. This is the only Alps and everything is in southern Germany. This is kind of down near Berchtesgaden and all that. And come on. Hollering at my dog. I think this is France, but I ain't sure. Could be because I went all over the place. That'll BW. This is probably from the 101st. We landed out there in this farmer. This is like a typical village. Shit. This is around Christmas time. So they were all into the white mini lights. They don't use colored lights. I don't know if they still don't use colored lights. But that's your indigenous quintessential German village, I guess is what you could say. Let's see, what do we got here? Oh, it's Navy Norfolk. We did a thing called Reforger. I think this is the Rhine River from the air. It's not all going to work with me. Thank you, Murphy. Oh, this is the Rhine River from the air. Probably up around Cologne. Anyway. Thank you, Murphy. So this is another one of them villages. I drove buses, I'll show you later. And then these are probably from the air. So this is I think it was 77 we went over. It was like 2 or 3 week field operation. This is what it looks like flying over one of the indigenous villages, and that's definitely the Rhine River. Anyway, that's me on Christmas Day up in An-Khe. That's my next one's Vietnam. Actually, it all starts with Vietnam. I don't know, we'd go get us a bottle of wine and stuff, and we go sit up in the middle of nowhere, quiet place, and just talk. And it was $1 for a bottle of white wine. So that's from. I think I got one of the pilots to shoot a picture. That's one of the villages. And that was Christmas Day. That's my mom and dad, and that's my first wife and my sister and brother-in-law. So that's my first niece. My brother-in-law was in Vietnam. He got there a little after me. He committed suicide. I don't know. I'll just leave it like this. This is this one palace. It was south of Heidelberg. I don't know. I went down there, but somewhere where it was a lot warmer. Anyway, this is what it looked like from that palace. And sometimes you'll see this. Well, I took a picture from this. But he brought all this stuff from around the world. It's kind of like Randolph Hearst. He did the same thing with the Hearst Castle. So this is one of them towers where they pray and stuff in Egypt, or in Afghanistan, Iraq, all that area. I can't think. I thought that was pretty cute. It's like a, what do you call them? Pied Piper. Anyway, I don't know if it's Rob or something. I can't remember. He was one of my roommates running around with me. That was his motorcycle. Another guy running around. We were going to go eat. Probably looking for some change. Or trying to get some change off of Rob. So, I don't know. This is one of the villages. This is another village from the air. This is going across on one of these, I can't think, ferries and stuff. Across the Neckar River, I'm pretty sure. And just different stuff around Heidelberg. This is at the castle. There was a fire down below. I'll probably get into this castle. Oops, excuse me. Okay, I got more of these. This is the 1 kilometer zone. This is back when the Germanies were split in half. This is what you call Observation Post Alpha, OP Alpha. And they sit there and look over the East German border and watch the East Germans. Now I got to go find the 3 pictures that are there. I don't know what happened to them. I got them on this camera. But it says, halt, if you're in U.S. personnel, you're not supposed to go any further unless you're authorized. So that was my Volkswagen. Now you notice the Germans are really big. Everywhere you go, these are the only kind of cranes they have. They're building this apartment house is basically what's going on there. So that's one of the, I don't know, I forget where we were. We went to Belgium, so it could have been coming out of Belgium where we picked up our aircraft. I'm not even sure. But I just shoot pictures here, flying and stuff. Now this is the Black Forest. This is where the Grimm brothers or something, all their stuff comes from. So this is down in Garmisch-Partenkirchen, I'm pretty sure. This is the Swiss Alps, the border between Germany and Switzerland, and that's the only, there's a museum up in Bremen. But those are the only Alps and the only big mountains in Germany, and they share them with the border between Switzerland. Oh, okay, this is probably Strasbourg, France. Kind of a nasty place. I didn't care too much for it, but I grabbed some pictures. So I can sit there and show them to you. Okay, I had 2 Volkswagens in Germany. I was going to bring this one home, but I had a fuel line problem I didn't know about. It had been in a car wreck. So I replaced a whole bunch of stuff. They replaced the hood. I forget. I paid $400 or $500 for the damn thing. But it would quit on me, and I put a new fuel pump and all this crap in there. And I sold it to the sergeant, and he figured it out, and he took it and unhooked the line in the back and took a deuce and a half air hose and stuck a rag down in the gas tank and blew that line out, and the damn thing ran good for him. So that pissed me off. Anyway, that's one of the farms in the wintertime. This is headquarters, United States Army Europe. And that's where I work for upstairs in that office at first for Staff General Services. Now I was flying VIP, or I was driving VIP, I'm sorry. So this is an honor guard thing, and I drove these guys in the bus. Actually, I'm taking pictures from my future in-laws' place across the street in their quarters on the 3rd floor. But this is the honor guard thing, and they give somebody, they give them a award or ribbon, who knows. It's all kinds of different things. So there's the band. These are the MPs, and they're all dressed up like the guys at can't think. Fort Myer, the 3rd Herd, the ones that do all Arlington Cemetery. So, off we go. Oh, yeah. So that's the East German flag somebody got. These are actually, these guys used to follow me around when I was driving 33rd Army bus. I'll get into that in a minute. So these are the... Shit, I wonder what this is going to sound. These are the students protesting us. Actually, communism is well and alive, unfortunately, in Germany. So the Bader-Bonhoef gang blew up this car. They were trying to offset. The computer would have been in the other building. A friend of mine, you can see what it did to that. They brought that out to seal it off. But and we had the Zolls or the Grenschutz, I can't remember. Anyway, that's not going to work too well. They came and guarded the place, but that was the, this is the headquarters, Campbell Barracks. That's the cafeteria behind there. But they had 2 different places because I sold one of my cars to a bunch of guys that worked there. Crap. Well, let's see if we can do it this way. This is just one of these castles. Somebody lives in it. As you can see, that's their Volkswagen. I just came up and shot some pictures, without trying to be discreet, without, intruding. I can't remember. We were doing something. It was way up north. There was another bigger castle, and this one was there. Anyway, okay. This is the Dachau prison camp, okay? So that's to anybody Catholic, anybody that... This one's for the Jews. This is where the model prison camp of all the prison camps that Hitler made. But Dachau was the one that you'd see him discovering this one. And we were Band of Brothers. But anyway, they keep this there. I forget what we were doing. We were on tour somewhere. That's probably half of my guys from the soldiers course. And we went on tour. This is where they made all the experiments that they did on the Jews that unfortunately got us into space. So, somewhere in Germany, Hockenheim racetrack or something, I forget. April 5th, 71. Okay. So, I'm not even sure where that is. These are probably some of the air shots I had. So, this is Black Forest, I think. Let's see here. I don't remember his name. We called him the Hawk. So we were horsing around one day. And this goes with that other picture you can see. He's got the bottle of wine there. And we're drinking some wine. I says, here, shoot a picture, so they thought that was pretty funny. This is my crew. Somewhere here we go into the magic bus, but this is when I was bus driver. This is the magic bus, okay? So I borrowed somebody had this hat. These guys perform, okay, all over for everybody. And I'll get to them in a while. Okay, this is White Sands Missile Range when I come back from Vietnam. Shit, it's not gonna work. Anyway, this is a tactical truck in the front. And that's a commercial one in the back. So I was in the motor pool for the last, I don't know, 7 or 8 months when I got back from Vietnam. So anyway, this is a Stallion Range Center. I'm 20 miles, where this picture was taken was 20 miles from where they blew up the first atomic bomb, so always horsing around here. This is Hitler's V-2 rocket. And is it Fort Meade? They got all these, every tank that is. It's a museum. Oh yeah. I think that one picture I took at the Heidelberg, I took right there. So anyway, we're driving through this place, and they got all kinds of lions and tigers and all kinds of good stuff. This is a coffee house we had. Spend our afternoons and stuff. So, that's at Heidelberg, and then that's back at that place I was showing you. It's on the Autobahn there. Just really kind of goofy pictures here and there. I can't remember Rob. I don't know. He lives in California. Anyway, we got along because I lived in California then. Anyway, so that's downtown Mannheim. That's my pilots there with a bunch of German people asking questions and stuff. I forget, that's a... I hope this turns out okay. This was some air base. This is where we had the F-86 Sabre. This is probably where we stayed. Kimsi. No, I forget. Anyway, it was when Hitler was there, that's where his troops, his officers, we spent the night there. It was a hotel for the military, you know, R&R. I think that's Nuremberg. This is where they have the over Amigal, what do they call it? Passion play. Wait till you get to be 74 and try to remember. So I had a lot of friends that were MPs. This is back at headquarters, USArmy. This guy here is washing his car. He's driving for the same guy that his father had the same job as a 2-star general or a 3-star general that ran the whole thing. Oh, we're just party time. Somewhere there. I was getting ready to leave. These guys are the ones following me in the bus. Somewhere I got a picture of the magic bus. Anyway, that's my short timer up on top there. That's what happens when you get short. You got a pair of boots and a helmet. Anyway, I was going home March, I don't know, 13th, 1973. I got out again. So. Oh, okay, here's the 33rd Army Band. Or no. Oh, crap. Because I want you to, I don't know how long these things. These are the guys performing 7th Army Soldiers Course in different places. And that's the magic bus. Now, I had a tape player in the thing, and I drove these guys all over Europe. And this is the ones that took us to Dachau. Took them to Dachau and up on the East German border. This is that place I was telling you about. We're at that palace south of town. This is in Sandhausen. That was my apartment that I had for the last couple of years. I was 85, so I got quarters and stuff. Things are better. Anyway, I hope this turns out okay. It's all an experiment. I'm just trying to show people the wacky world of Grandpa Rich around the world.